Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss about working of SPI Communication Protocol. Let's get started. Any communication protocol where a device share a clock signal is known as synchronous. SPI is a synchronous communication protocol. There are also asynchronous methods that don't use clock signal. For example, in UART communication, both sides are set to pre-configured baud rate that dictates the speed and timing of the data transmission. The clock signal synchronizes the output of data bits from the master to the sampling of bits by the slave. One bit of data is transferred in each clock cycle, so the speed of data transfer is determined by the frequency of the clock signal. SPI communication is always initiated by the master, since the master configures and generates the clock signal. The clock signal in SPI can be modified using properties of clock polarity and clock phase. These two properties work together to define when the bits are output and when they are sampled. Clock polarity can be set by the master to allow for bits to be output and sampled on either the rising or falling edge of the clock cycle. Clock phase can be set for the output and sampling to occur on either the first edge or second edge of the clock cycle, regardless of whether it is falling or rising. Then, what is slave select and how slave is selected? The master can choose which slave it wants to talk to by setting the slave chip select or slave select line to a low voltage level. In the idle, non-transmitting state, the slave select line is kept at a high voltage level. Multiple chip select or slave select pin may be available on the master, which allows for multiple slaves to be wired in parallel. If only one CS or SS pin is present, multiple slaves can be wired to the master by daisy chaining. What is multiple slave? SPI can be set up to operate with a single master and a single slave, and it can be set up with multiple slaves controlled by a single master. There are two ways to connect multiple slaves to the master. If the master has multiple slave select pins, the slaves can be wired in parallel like this. If only one slave select pin is available, the slaves can be daisy chained like this. What is MOSI pin job in SPI? The master sends data to the slave bit by bit in serial through the MOSI pin. The slave receives the data sent from the master at the MOSI pin. Data sent from the master to slave is usually sent with the most significant bit first. What is master input slave output pin job in SPI? The slave can also send data back to the master through the MISO line in serial. The data sent from the slave back to the master is usually sent with the least significant bit first. So far, we saw what are the working principles of SPI communication. Let's see in next video. Thank you.